Welcome back to another Murph Plays The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild for the Nintendo Switch. I'm Murph Strange, and this is Breath of the Wild for the Nintendo Switch. Oh, not that one. That one. So, we have completed all 900 Korok seeds. We have done the Champion's Ballad, the Master Trials, the every main quest, every shrine quest, every side quest. And we have found every memory. You'd think we'd be done by now, but no. No. We're still missing a couple pieces of horse gear. Specifically, the extravagant bridle and saddle, and the knight's bridle and saddle. To acquire these, we need to complete a couple of horseback minigames. One of them is targets, one of them is jumping fences. Neither of these things I'm very good at, so this may take a few tries. The other thing we have yet to accomplish is we need to fill in the rest of our compendium. We don't have a lot, but we do have a few open spaces here yet that we've gotta fill in. I do have the IGN Wiki Guide open in front of me. So we will be able to track down which of these items we're missing. The ones that we can get, we're going to go ahead and find those, get our picture, and get them added to the compendium. The ones that we cannot get because, you know, we're terrible at remembering to take pictures of stuff, we're going to have to go and buy from Simon. Simon is the one of the researchers at the tech lab over in Hatno, where we upgraded all of our ruins for the Sheikah Slate. He will gladly sell us entries to our compendium, but so far, everything we have in here, we've taken the picture of. We've gone through the effort to find and get the pictures. So we're going to try to complete as much of this as we can without having to buy everything from Simon. There is a reward for completing the compendium. It's nothing fantastic. It's not going to change how the game is played or anything. It's really just it's like the Medal of Honor from Kilton or Hetsu's Gift. It really doesn't do much. I do have our champion abilities turned off. We don't really need those for what we're about to do. What we're about to do is complete, I think, this guy's challenge right here. Whoop. Sorry. Hit the wrong button. Ugh. I keep forgetting I'm playing on Nintendo. The A and B are switched. Now this may take a few tries. I'm probably riding the worst horse for this, by the way. At least the worst horse I've got. Yeah, nope, he didn't like that one. It's a very picky horse. What was wrong with that approach? Come on. You could have done that jump in your sleep, horse. What? That was perfect. That was literally perfect. What is your problem, horse? What is your problem? Honestly. What? Get over the damn thing. I may end up switching horses here. I was hoping we could do things with Goblin, but Goblin doesn't seem to want to do things. Because he's kind of a butthead. What? What is your problem, horse? I'm trying to figure out how I can get him to go over this one, because apparently My absolutely perfect approaches are not good enough for Goblin. Yeah, no, he absolutely refuses to jump over that one. Yeah, screw you, horse. Hey, Knitting Link, welcome to the chat. We're just getting started. However, this horse has decided it does not want to cooperate, so we are going to trade him out. I was hoping we'd be able to complete it on just a regular horse, but no. Oh. Seriously. Is this how my day is going to go? Come on now. Come on. No, you're not much better than Goblin was. Although, I can understand you not wanting to jump it on that approach. Getting you to approach correctly is my problem here. Okay, we're definitely not going to beat his time on this one, but we at least need to figure out how to get these darn horses to jump these things. Okay. Nope, that was too tight. What? We had plenty of time to correct, horse. You stopped before we even got to the thing. Ah, turned too sharply. Are you seriously not going to go over that one too? Honestly, I'm feeling like I had better luck on Goblin. The hell? What gives? Is there some magic technique that I'm not employing to get over that one? Our approach looks good. There we go. Finally! Somebody got their butt over that thing. I missed that one. You're not going to go over it backwards, huh? Okay. At least we have plenty of rupees to play with. Hopefully it will not take us hundreds of tries. Come on. Ah, of course you missed. I'm starting to think I need to trade you back out for Goblin, because he at least didn't steer like a truck with only 2 tires. Come on. Why is your handling so awful, horse? Why? Oh my god, we had plenty of time. We could have adjusted. That was perfect. What is your problem? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. We could still do it from as far away as you stopped. You ridiculous horse. Yeah. See, that time you just didn't want to aim for the thing at all. Put your damn sword away, Link. Oh, that worked, huh? Jerk. What is with your handling? I don't think you can. I think you actually have to be on a horse in order for him to even offer this challenge. Though it would be cool if they had a similar challenge for the motorbike. That would be awesome. Hey, we got all 10 that time. Alright, now. Because I don't want to spend all of my time and rupees doing the thing. I'm going to practice just going through the open gates. You know? Because we want to be able to do that smoothly. Because clearly, Horsey has some issues with the handling. Like, if I could do this on the Master Cycle, it would probably be easier than trying to do this on the horse. Not gonna lie. apparently, you only like to go to walk. We're really getting our money's worth here. All right. Time's up. I didn't know he cancels the time after 5 minutes. Eh, fine. Let's do it again. What was wrong with that approach? What was wrong with it? Huh? Glue factory. You are going to the dang glue factory, horse. That approach was flawless. Again, flawless. What is wrong with you? How is that approach any different than the last 3? I tell you how it was. It wasn't. It absolutely wasn't. You're just being a stupid horse. Okay. And see, because of that, we only missed it by like 10 seconds. So, we're improving. But that one gate over there. Poor horse. I don't feel sorry for the horse. The horse has a serious attitude problem. Because there is no reason for it to not want to make that jump. Like, I hit that approach perfect, and the darn thing just decides, to hell with it. I'm not going to do it. Here it comes. Oh, we totally screwed that one up. See, that time the approach sucked. That time I can understand. Hey, I blame the horse, okay? The approach was perfect. According to the programming, it should have jumped. Alright, we got the extravagant bridle. Now we gotta beat his time to get the saddle. We were close last time. We just gotta pick up the pace a little bit, not get the, because we still screwed up at that one gate, and we still did pretty good. Oh, come on. No. What? Why did you not turn? Come on. Ah! Seriously, now you're just trying to miss on purpose. My horses in Red Dead are better behaved than this. And those horses are really dumb. What was that? Are you serious? What? Why were you jogging over to the right? That was not even anything you were told to do. That was just Come on. Yes, because I purposely jumped off my horse. You backhand him. Okay. One more shot. Hopefully we can do it this time. Go! Come on, straighten out. There you go. Jump. Looking good. Don't get twitchy. What the hell? What is your problem, horse? Seriously? We could have had this one. We started out so good, and then you Now you're gonna miss every gate. Every gate. What is wrong with you, horse? Do I need to trade you in for a newer model? What even was wrong with that approach? Alright. There you go. Finally. What? Why would you not correct when I told you to correct? We would have been perfectly lined up. But instead you jogged the other way. Do it, do it, do it. Ah! Why do you... Why? Why? Come on! I'm about to go find a bear and try to do it on a bear. Because a bear, I feel like, would do better. And even with the threat of it deciding to just eat my face, I would probably be much happier. I don't know what is wrong with you, horse. Alright. It is wide freaking open. Why did you stop? Did y'all see the ghost horse? For a half second there, I saw a horse. Standing there. Oh, sure. Now you're jumping them and they're not even down. I mean, we weren't claiming victory on that run, so I'm gonna see if I can at least. Why stop? Why did you stop? Do you see something? Is there a rock in your way? Like, what is? It was clear as could possibly be. Did you get dust in your eye? Is that what's going on, horse? Just trying to understand. Missed that one. Missed that one. All right. Now, I know we can do this. I've done this before. There's a reason I kind of didn't bother because, one, the armor or the horse gear that we're getting here doesn't really do much for us. So, I wasn't too worried with getting it before. But we do want to get it as part of this 100% completion thing. And we got pretty close. I just need the horse to cooperate. The horse can do that. So far, so good. Just want to line up our approaches. What it... Why? We were approaching perfectly. Why did you change course? I wasn't even touching the damn control stick. You know, you're lucky. The only button on here is to soothe you and not beat you senseless. That approach was perfect. Come on. It doesn't get sweeter than that. Seriously. It doesn't get better. That is the best approach we've ever had to that gate. What is wrong with you, horse? Really? Now I think you're just doing it to piss me off. Too tight on that last one. I don't even know why you jumped there, but sure. Like, I will admit, the horses in this game are pretty decently programmed. I've played some games where the horseback riding was trash, but there is some stuff about the horseback portions of this game that, honestly, they could have been tidier. They could have been cleaner about it. The horseback riding in Majora's Mask is terrible. The horse controls like a darn tank in that game. So I do feel like this is a little better than Majora's Mask as far as the horseback goes, but could still be better. Probably taking some of these way further out than I need to, but I'm trying to make sure that my approaches are good. What? Okay, you literally jumped to the left. Why did you jump? Or no, you jumped to the right. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? What is the problem here? Why do you keep jumping to the side? You are not... There's no reason to jump to the side. We're on a good approach. Okay, that time I understand. There was a tree in the way. See, even with all that screwing around, we're still not too far off from the time that we needed. But we gotta get better at that gate. And I don't understand why we're having such trouble at that gate. There is no reason for it. Alright. So let's try this again. We come through here. Come over here. We come through here. Come up here. Come through here. There we go. Alright, let's try that again. Alright, we come off of this one pretty easily. We don't have much problem with this one. Usually. This one's pretty easy. Come over here. Usually come out to here with this one. Over there. Over here. Through there. Okay. Then the next one we have trouble with sometimes is this one. But I think we're usually alright with that one. Okay. Let's see how we do. That was too far out. Alright, looking good. Making good time. Alright, try to come to the middle. There we go. Looking good. Get past the tree. Ah, you did me dirty there. You did me dirty. Come on. This isn't even the gate that normally gives us trouble. Get off the freaking mountain. Turn. Jesus. You do know what happens when I push the control stick left, right? Any direction, left or right. You're supposed to turn. That's what that means. Ah, we were doing so good. We almost had this one in the bag, too. Like, what even was that? Purposely ignoring controls. All right. We should be able to do this. Assuming the horse listens to the controls, we should be able to do this. Ah, I knew you were gonna do that. I knew it. How'd I know? Because I could see it. The approach wasn't nearly anything we needed to correct for. Of course you were gonna correct for it. Come on. We were so close with that one. We were so close. You didn't have to not do the thing. You could have done the thing. You could have. You could have. You know you could have. You know you should have. But no. You chose not to. Sometimes I feel like they gave the horse a little too much AI. Heavy on the artificial, limited on the intelligence. Ah, too close. Alright. The horseback archery is going to probably be even worse than this. So, it's going to be a lot of this for a while. Though with the archery, it's more my aim than the horse that's going to be the problem. Turn. There we go. That's a good approach. That's a good approach. Decent. Decent. Terrible. Come on. There you go. What was wrong with that? What in the world was your problem with that? See, you invent problems that aren't there, horse. What? I did not tell you to do that. I did not tell you to jog to the right. You chose to do that on your own, you stupid horse. I was expecting you to go straight. It would have been a perfect approach had you done so. Come on. Perfect. Take this one wide. Not too wide, though. It's excellent. And we're done. We did it. We did it. You're back just in time to watch me cross the finish line and beat this guy's time. Oh no. The horse gets no credit for that. Because the horse is an idiot. I would like to get on my horse, please. I would like to get on my horse, please. Alright, let's get away from the tent a little bit. So this is what we strove for. This is what all that was about. If you ask me, it looks kind of hideous because it looks like somebody took an old lady's sofa or curtains and made some horse gear out of it. Which is why I usually don't prioritize this gear. It doesn't really add anything. It just looks ridiculous. Like, truly ridiculous. It might look good on the white horse. Maybe. But I don't know if you can change the gear on the white horse. You'd have to get one of them other pale horses. On Goblin, though, here, it looks absolutely ridiculous. We haven't really spent a lot of time looking at the various accoutrements. But that's the normal default stable gear that you get when you first register a horse. Standard saddle and bridle. This is the Traveler's saddle and bridle, which, if I remember right, is the one that drops from the Rider amiibo. Random chance of it dropping. I believe that one is first time you use it, you get Epona, but then after that, you have a chance to get the bridle and saddle. Every time it's dropped for me, they've both dropped at the same time, so you'll know you got it when you get 2 chests. I don't know if there's a chance of it dropping independently. Like you just get the bridle or you just get the saddle. This one... when did we get this one? I was thinking we got this as a result of turning in the... Of catching the white horse, but actually I think we got this for getting a picture of the white horse for one of our side quests. I don't quite recall exactly how we got this one, but it is a quest reward. Either a side quest or... yeah, pretty sure it's a side quest reward. Which is why we got that one so easily. I like this one. This is the one you get from Kilton. The monster set. I think it particularly matches well with, like, the barbarian armor. And that one you bought from Kilton. This one here is DLC. Still have to pick it up though, but you follow the rumors and it'll lead you to these. This one's handy because it adds to the adds 2 to the number of times you can spur your horse, so you get a bit more speed out of it. Plus, it allows your horse to teleport to any location. You just call your horse wherever you're at. As long as you've taken your horse out and it's wearing this gear, it'll just transport to you, which is pretty cool. However, rendered completely useless once we have the bike. What was that? Oh, I just missed a random call. On Skype. I don't know why people are still calling my Skype number, but whatever. I mean, gotta admit, magically teleporting horse is pretty handy. At least until you get the bike. Once you get the bike, though, I feel like the horse is less vital. Kind of in the same way we don't ride horses as much nowadays, because we have cars. I get a lot less use out of the horse once I've got the bike. I mean, yeah, you gotta stop and fill up more often with the bike. But the bike is easier to control. It is less finicky than the horse. Alright. I already showed you the horse. The giant horse, you weirdo. I totally lied. I'm not that confident at all. Oh, I should update my objectives. We got the extravagant horse gear. Sure, we'll give it a try. Dude's gonna make us run his little course with our own arrows. Oh, the last one? I did catch it right at the end of that, right at the end of the last stream. But, over here on the Great Plateau by the Eastern Abbey, Shrine of Resurrection, run over here to get, this is where you get the bombs, the bomb ruins. Behind it, there is one rock underneath a metal door that you lift with magnesis. But then there's another one next to that. They have to do the same thing. And apparently, first time I did the Great Plateau, I thought someone had double marked it because they were so close together and they literally had the same description of how to solve it. So I thought for sure they were mistaken. Turns out, no, there is in fact two of them over there. So that's the one right there that we had to go looking for. But we managed to get it. We've got all of them. And we never have to do them again, which is great. At least I think so, because 900's a lot. I know they're fun. They're neat little puzzles, but 900 of them gets to be a bit much. So, if they do something like that for Breath of the Wild 2, I hope they try to keep it under 500. Like, we don't have to get crazy and do, like, another 1,000 of those things. I mean, feel free to add some to the game, but, I mean, come on. Was this thing here really worth finding 900 little seeds? I mean, I gotta go with the general consensus there and say not really. Because it's a lot of work just for a golden poo. And that's all it is. It's a little golden poo. It's kind of a little inside joke, though. Apparently, in Japanese culture, this was a fad for a while. See, I try to pick them up as I go along, but I end up missing most of them anyway. So then I do have to go back and do them by region regardless. So most of the time it's just like, nah, I ain't even going to bother looking for them because I know I'm not going to catch them all. I know I'm not going to see them all. I'll get enough to fill up all of my item slots as far as I need. I usually don't worry too much about the shields, though, because once you got the Hylian shield, you're not going through shields nearly as much. But, like, the weapons and the bows, I try to fill those slots up. Don't worry too much about the shields once I got the Hylian shield. So I usually just don't worry too much about the Korok seeds. But I did want to at least once get all of them. And I figured for the stream, I'm gonna do 100% playthrough. I'll do it then. And now that I've done it, I don't ever need to do it again. Like, I'm good on that. If I ever play through Breath of the Wild again, I'm probably not going to hunt down all 900 of those little seeds again. I'll hunt down enough where I can fill up the item slot and the bow slot, or the two weapon slots, and I'll be good. Because, yeah, when I'm doing just a regular playthrough of the game, I tend to miss most of the Korok seeds as I'm running by them. Because I don't remember that they're there. I don't remember where they're all at. Like, Ocarina of Time, looking for heart pieces. Well, it still takes 400 and something if you're worried about getting all of the item slots. But like I said, I usually don't worry about the shields. Because once I've got the Hylian shield, like, that'll last me the rest of the game. I've got the one shield I need. I don't need all the rest of these. I'll have a couple of shield slots for backups, but I don't have to expand the shield slot ever at all for any reason. The ones that need expanding are weapons and bows. And I feel like they could have given us at least one more bow slot, because like, there's a square there down in the corner, and honestly, we could use another bow. We go through bows really quickly. Not as quickly as these, obviously. We could have used a whole nother page worth of weapons. Bows, could have used another one of those. Shields, we could have done with like 5 shield slots and we'd be fine. Actually, it's not. Because when we had the Bow of Light, it didn't add another slot. It actually just eliminated one of the slots that we had. Because I thought for sure that's what that was about too. But then I checked after we picked up the Bow of Light and we're in the fight with Ganon. And no, there's still a blank corner there. So, it doesn't. It doesn't just add the Bow of Light to your inventory and give you another slot there for it to take in. Because I thought for sure that was why there is that blank corner. But no. It does not seem to work that way, apparently. Which has me all kinds of confused. Oh, I had a full inventory, though. Like, I didn't go into Ganon without a full inventory, and I don't believe I used the bow that I had enough to break it. I'd have to go back and check, but I am pretty sure, like, the conditions were right that there was no reason. I don't know which bow it replaced. I wasn't too terribly concerned with it, though, because it's like, eh. Yeah, it removed one of my other bows. It does seem strange. That's what I was thinking when I saw it, because it was like, I didn't understand it, because I was operating under the same assumption you were. That blank corner is for the Bow of Light. When you get the Bow of Light, it adds a bow to your inventory, which would expand the bow slots to include one more, shuffle all these arrows down, so this whole page here would be completely filled in, right? During the fight with Ganon, though, I went in with full weaponry. Pretty sure. We got the Bow of Light, and that corner was still blank. Bow of Light was in her inventory. It did not expand the bow slots at all. I don't know exactly which bow it got rid of. I'm thinking it got rid of the worst one that I had in my inventory, but it might have just gotten rid of whichever one I had equipped. I don't know. But it definitely did not expand the inventory when they gave it to me. Like, that's a thing we can check again later. Because I could be wrong, but I did check during the fight with Ganon, and it did not appear to expand the inventory like I expected it to. Because I wanted to check my expectations on that and see if that was what was going on. And it did not appear to be what was going on. So yeah, I was very confused by that whole thing. We now have 2 pages of key items, though, so we know they can expand the inventory when they need to. Although some of these items, I don't know why they take up space here. Like, all of the horse gear, we don't really need that to be in key items. The only place we can access that is at the stable. So, like, all of these icons here don't need to be here. The medals, I can kind of understand as just kind of where else would you put your little reminder that, hey, you beat that? Unless maybe instead of doing a medal in your inventory, they put a trophy in your house, the way that the Champions Ballad gives you a picture of the champions. And in fact, that probably would have made more sense, but, I mean, they did it this way, so, I don't know. Like, I don't entirely understand all of the decisions they made in this game. But anyway, we got one more set of horse gear to get here. Hopefully it's not going to take us all day. But we are counting on my skills with a bow and arrow on horseback. I can assure you this is not going to go exceptionally well. It's probably going to take a few tries. And I can test your claim that these drills are worth twice as much as I'm paying because I am never going to use the horseback archery. Not once did this become a thing that was necessary for the game. Ah. Like I said, we're counting on my skills here. The horse is doing what the horse is supposed to so far, which is good. Now this one... Ah, I apparently didn't do it quick enough. Yeah. Okay, that's not gonna work for me. Can I get a bow? Thank you. Ah. Nope. I did better. Not by much. Not by much. My bow kind of exploding on me there at the start really screwed me up. Hey, more arrows. Which is good because we're going to run out of arrows. Probably long before we actually get the horse gear. Ah. Closer. We're closer. A little better. I still suck. A great eagle bow? I got a falcon bow. I know I missed one. Alright, so to get the saddle, I think we have to do what, perfect? That one gave us trouble. And we're not going to get... Not going to get them all. I do want to see if I'm correct in my assumption here. Okay, we have to hit at least 23. So I don't think we have to do quite perfect, but we have to do at least one more than we did last time, or that the time we got the bridle. So close to perfect. Ah, come on. Turn. Dang it. Not sure how many targets there are total. I know there's 5 at the end. And we missed quite a few of them. Oh no! What? Wrong button. Okay. Yeah, I know. I know. I'm disappointed too. We're gonna... We're gonna go get the great eagle bow, because we have that. I think I'm also gonna load up on arrows too. Because, yeah. Ooh. It also shoots 3 arrows in rapid succession, so we might be able to get more shots. With this one, we don't have to wait so long to fire again. You have no arrows, sir. Okay. We can turn a little faster that way. That'll certainly help with the aim. Because I know that was tripping me up the last time. That one where I really screwed it up and wasn't really, it really went to heck on the end there. If I had been able to turn quicker, I probably would have been able to salvage some of that. You don't have any arrows either. Come to think of it, when was the last time I bought up all the arrows? Because at the rate things are going, we're going to be out of arrows in like 4 tries. 3 or 4 tries. And then we'll have to start switching up to elemental weapons. And I don't know, that just feels kind of excessive. Here we go. Now, this bow should have plenty of durability left. I suppose there is that option too. It would also cost us a lot less, because we would have our rupees back every time. As far as the game would be concerned, we would have we're gonna get it right on our next try. I mean, we might not get it right on our next try, but that's what the data is gonna look like, because we'll reload the save every time we fail. Dude, you're looking pretty pick clean. This is kind of what it looks like every time I go to a Walmart or something lately. Like, bare shelves everywhere. Supply lines are still not what they should be. Now, is this bow flammable? Question for the ages. I mean, I would imagine it looks like it's made of wood. Yeah, stuff's on fire. What is this face, Link? What is this face? What is on fire? Oh. Why do I have that selected? Apparently, I was cooking one of my boomerangs. I don't know why. That just... That ended up being selected. I don't even know when I selected that. You don't have any arrows either. Well, that was a waste of a trip. See if the Kakariko vendors have anything for me. I think you need to change the middle A to an I for constipated. But you were close. Yeah, see, that doesn't look right either, but I think that is right. Maybe it's an E? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's an E, though. Pretty sure it's either an I or an A. Thankfully, it's not something that's vital to my lifestyle currently, that I have to spell it often. I'm thinking I cleaned out all the vendors, and they haven't had a chance to restock everything yet. We're gonna have to go find some beetles. So I'm excited for today, because today my camera arrives. Uh, I've been into photography since high school, but back when I studied photography in high school, uh, everything was still in film. Digital was just getting started. We didn't know at that time that film would basically not be a thing. Anyway, I had a decent film camera. Still have it. Still works. It has wow. Okay. Yeah. I've cleaned out all of the arrows in Hyrule. Okay. So there's that. But anyway, um, I did always want to get into digital photography, but when you're looking at cameras that offer the same sort of settings that you can change in a film camera, like an old 35 millimeter, where you can set the film speed, the aperture setting, the shutter speed, all that stuff. Um, when you're looking at those same similar controls in a digital camera, it can get a little expensive. And I definitely wanted something that was not just a point and click, you know? There he is. Sure. Take a ball. Well, for years, and years and years and years, I put off buying myself a new camera. Because the only way I could justify spending the, several hundreds of dollars to get the kind of camera that I wanted was if I decided to go into photography professionally again. Because I was a professional photographer for a brief while. Um, I worked at the portrait studios in department stores, where they'd try to pitch you the package deal of, like, you get so many prints, we'll do so many different poses, and then, you pick the ones you want. It was alright. I wasn't too particularly happy with that job because it wasn't the kind of photography that I wanted to be doing. But it was the kind of photography that I got hired to do, so. But anyway, had a kid, you know, uh, went through that whole phase where I was pawning my video game stuff, so obviously wasn't buying an expensive digital camera at that time either. Well, I finally decided it was time to stop putting it off. And I finally picked myself up a new digital camera. And I finally got myself the kind of digital camera that I wanted. Not some little point and click with maybe an autofocus and a digital zoom or something, but like an actual professional camera. Interchangeable lenses. You can set the shutter speed, the aperture, the film speed. Well, by setting the film speed, you're setting the resolution, essentially. The one that I got is a Rebel Canon Rebel T7. I mean, it's not a super high-end camera, but a decent camera. Feel like I got a pretty good deal on it too. I got a package deal, comes with all kinds of different lenses and whatnot. But I got a really sweet deal on a studio lighting setup that arrived yesterday. I got to playing with that a little bit. Camera's supposed to arrive today, so I'm excited for that. My next big purchase, I think, though, is probably going to be a video camera. Because while the camera that's arriving today does video, it's not a video camera. It's just a camera that does video. If I'm going to do video, I got the Canon T7 Rebel. The Canon EOS Rebel T7. Like, it's not the high-end, multiple thousands of dollars of camera. That would have been super cool. But it's still not the low end, like, I paid $80 and got a point-and-click kind of camera. It's a real camera. Like, the kind that if you're really getting into photography, you can expect to get a lot out of it. I'm not too worried about things like image stabilization or whatever, because most of the work I'm going to be doing, I'm going to have a tripod anyway. You don't really get much more stable than having the thing on a tripod. And I'm also not looking for a whole lot of in-camera effects. I don't need a bunch of different filters that, you know, make it sepia or whatever. I'm not doing this for Snapchat. I'm doing this because I like photography, and I'm getting into photography. Getting back into photography. The things that I'm looking for in a camera is, you know, can I set the resolution? Can it shoot in RAW? Because a lot of the software that I've been looking at that I want to be able to work with, it likes a RAW format for the pictures before you start manipulating them. Autofocus, nah. If I can do manual focus, that'll be great. If I can set the aperture setting and do manual focus, perfect. And a lot of those features that I'm looking for are pretty basic features, but they're missing from the point-and-click kind of cameras, which are the kind of cameras that I've had access to. They're also the kind of features that, for some reason, my new phone, the camera on my new phone does not allow me to do. My old phone, I can. If I set it into Pro mode, I can change... Yeah, I almost thought about getting a Nikon, but, like, Nikon, the price points are usually a little bit higher, and you're usually getting a bit more camera with that price point, so it's worth it. But, like... The one that I'm getting. My mom and my nephew got themselves a couple of T6s like a year ago. And I got to play around with my mom's camera for a little bit. She did sell it to my sister, who then, like, after using it for maybe a single session that she got paid for, she turned around and sold it for more than my mom sold it to her for, which didn't exactly make my mom super thrilled, because the whole reason my mom sold it to her was because, like, she said she wanted to get into photography professionally. She was going to start doing, like, wedding photos and stuff, and like, she did one wedding and then sold the camera. Otherwise, my mom was not going to sell her the camera if that was all she was going to do. Turn around and sell the darn thing after a single, you know, a single gig. Me, I don't want to do weddings. Bridezillas are the worst. Um, if I'm gonna agree to do anybody's wedding, there's gonna be some ground rules. Basically, you don't get to micromanage me. You hire me with the understanding that I'm gonna know what I'm doing. I'm gonna get the job done, and you'll have great memories to look back on for the rest of your life. You don't tell me who to take pictures of, how to take pictures of them, where to be doing any of that. No. If you're gonna hire me for that kind of a job, you have to do it with the understanding that I know what I'm doing. Um, that said, I'm still probably not going to be doing not going to be doing weddings. Mostly because I just don't want to. I just don't want to do weddings. I know there's good money in doing wedding photography, but I'm not looking to be a wedding photographer. Did I check the village over here? I don't think I checked the village over here. I wouldn't mind doing, like, yearbook, senior photography. Around here, it's a big thing. I don't know how it is in other countries and stuff, but your last year of school, you do a special photo for the yearbook. And you also exchange these photos with friends and whatnot. And people usually spend a bit of money on getting a really good picture. You know, they hire a professional photographer and stuff because, you know, it's your last year. It's going in the yearbook. Um, you want to leave your friends with friends and classmates with, you know, a good lasting impression of you. They are, however, incredibly ridiculous because you'll get things like football players posing with their gear, you know, and it's like, this is how you want people to remember you. Okay. You want them to remember that you were number 42 and this was what your jersey looked like and your helmet and stuff. Okay. Sure. You get people posing with their trucks and cars and stuff and horses and things like that, and it's kind of funny, but at the same time, it is also the sort of thing that pays pretty well. And usually, those high school kids aren't nearly as, like, crazy as the bridezillas get as far as being subjects to take pictures of. Like, they just want a picture that's going to look good in the end. Like, they don't fuss too much about you know, about stuff because they're still young enough where they don't feel like they have the kind of, kind of clout where they can tell you, a professional, how to do your business. Um, their parents can be a little bit crazy. Yeah, see, I'm never sure exactly how it works in other countries when it comes to things like schools and universities and whatnot, because here in the United States, it's stupid the way we go about some stuff. The yearbook thing is actually a real stupid con because nobody cares. Nobody cares. Like, you're there to learn, but for some reason, uh, these companies have made it such a big deal that every year you have to buy a book of pictures of all the people you went to school with that year. Like, okay, I guess. The books are stupid expensive. It's the same company that sells class rings, which is another stupid thing. But you're supposed to buy a piece of jewelry that has the year you graduate, your last year in school. And it's supposed to be meaningful or something. But there again, that was another thing that went completely off the wall, and people. Oh, geez, I'm going to be down to 150 rupees. You know, we're good. We got 300 arrows. We're fine. Oh, I know what I can do. I can sell some stuff. But, yeah, the same company that sells yearbooks sells class rings. I think they may also have a share of the graduation cap and gown market, which is another thing that's kind of stupid because every year, high schools around here at least, they do these weird, stupid fundraisers where you have to go and sell magazine subscriptions or candy bars or, you know, both. And every year you're promised, oh, this will pay for your cap and gown. This will pay for blah de blah. This will pay for this and that. But then it doesn't. Because, like, we did that my junior or sophomore year, and we were told, oh, this will pay for your cap and gown. Caps and gowns were not free. See, our elementary schools still do the one photo of the whole class. Uh, the senior class does one photo of the whole class as well, as kind of like this was our graduating class that year. But then they do, for all the other grades, they do individual pictures of all the students with a standard background, all of them sitting kind of the same way, looking mostly the same. And then your senior year is when you go out and you hire a personal photographer to do a photo session, and then you pick from that the one that you want to submit to the yearbook to be your last picture. And then you get a whole page that's you with your picture and, like, I don't know, a quote and stuff. I mean, they might do like 2 to a page or whatever, but it's less the mugshot layout book that it is for all the other classes, because it's your last year, we gotta do something special, woo. I think the whole thing is kind of silly. But it does give you an opportunity to make a bit of cash, because people will pay a ridiculous amount for these photo sessions, and if you're good, Like, you can make some serious, serious money doing that kind of work. Around here, though, there are a lot of people cashing in on that. So, I don't know that it would even be something I would do while I'm still living where I'm at, but it is a thing that I would be willing to do. But mostly I'm getting into photography because I like photography. You know? I'm not very artistic in other ways. I can't draw. I can't paint. I can sculpt in clay, kinda, but, like, not especially well. Oh, we're gonna fight now, huh? What is the shiny? No, you're not gonna let me have the shiny. Okay, fine. It doesn't want me to have the shiny, guys. I'm upset. But, yeah, the whole yearbook thing, very much a ridiculous sort of con that they run on schools every year. And it's the kind of con that got turned into a tradition, so they really can't back out of it now. And this has opened the door for weird opportunities, I guess. Another decent opportunity for photographers is taking pictures of like churches and businesses and stuff around the area. Like if you can do decent architecture photography. There are people who will buy a picture of like their storefront for various purposes, advertising or something to just have so that like down the road, if they expect they're still going to be in business in 10, 20 years, they can look back and be like, hey, this is how we looked when we first opened. That kind of thing. Churches typically use it for like their little pamphlets that they hand out every Sunday when you walk in. You know, the front page, for some reason they have a picture of the church on it. Like you don't know where you are. But yeah, it's it's a thing. It's weird. But there are opportunities. Also, a lot of the little newspapers around here may be willing to buy your pictures for their newspaper, especially if they themselves don't have a staff photographer. I know it would seem weird. Why would a newspaper not have a staff photographer? If you are making a newspaper for a town of only about 1,000 people, and they're all super old, and they all suck at taking pictures because they're the kind who always, for some reason, manages to put their thumb in front of the lens. Uh, if you go to sporting events and whatnot, and you get some good pictures of the action as it's happening, you can sometimes sell those shots to the local newspaper because it'll either be better than the work their own photographer was able to do, or they don't have a photographer on staff who was available that evening or for that event, or they just don't have a photographer. So, there are some opportunities to be a professional photographer. If you know where to look. For me, how did I miss that? For me, it's about doing something I enjoy. We did it! I think that was perfect, too. I think that was all of them. I couldn't imagine us hitting more than that. We need to go put the bow back where we found it, because we're done with it. We should also put the travel medallion back, because we're done with it. But that is the last of the horse gear. And don't worry, I'll stop by a stable here in a minute so we can get a good look at it. I just want to make sure I put this this bow away before I forget, and have to go get a new one because I've broken it. There we go. And put the travel medallion back before I forget that. And then wonder why I'm teleporting myself to the horseback archery range when I don't have any need for the horseback archery range anymore. So yeah, like I'm getting back into photography. After spending about 2 decades nearly being away from it. I'm excited. I'm gonna do the full home studio setup. I got a great deal on a studio lighting setup. I've already had that out and been playing with it a little bit, so I know what I have to work with there. And while, it could be vastly improved upon, what I got for the money wasn't bad. 4 studio lights, 2 of them the diffuse umbrella sort of lights, 2 of those reflector boxes that can work more as a spot. Came with a backdrop stand, which is really cool. The backdrops it came with, probably not the greatest. They don't even have hems on them. They're just big sheets of fabric. So I'm probably going to go shopping for some better backdrops. But the stand is pretty nice. The stands for all the lights and stuff are pretty good too. I'm probably going to need better bulbs than the ones that arrived with the set. Because, they just sent the compact fluorescents. I prefer LEDs, honestly. I don't think we can change our horse gear at this location. Let's try this one. But I do have a green screen now. It might not be the best green screen, but it's a green screen. So I'm gonna get some practice working with a green screen. Have some fun with that. Looking forward to that. If you have ever done any sort of video production kind of thing, or kind of stuff, proper use of a green screen is a lot of fun. I mean, the trick to it is really just knowing what you're doing. Knowing how to light it up and stuff so that it's evenly lit and everything. I wonder what happens if we get... Will this protect the horse? No, it does not protect the horse. Did not like that, did ya? Alright, when you're wearing the helm, the Thunder Helm, it will protect you from getting struck by lightning. It will not protect your horse. Good to know. Looks ready for war. And now he's even less lightning proof than before. Come on. Get out of here where we can take a look at you. Very fancy. There we go. We're a right proper knight now. All right. So we've still got some time left. As here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 creatures to find. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 monsters. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, we're still counting monsters, so that's what, 18, 19 monsters to find? Got 1, 2. 2 materials to find. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14. 15, 16, 17. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 pieces of equipment to find. And we have all of those. Okay. We're going to start with the easy one, because we're only missing 2 materials. So let's see what those are. Alright, we're missing 173. A stamella mushroom? What? How do we not have that? And 178 is a zap mushroom? Oh my gosh, how... How do we not have those? They're literally everywhere. Alright. Let's go find us a stamella shroom and a zap shroom. Did you see that? He tried to get away with setting my loot on fire. not bad. Okay. Do I have... I have a Zap Shroom. Do I have a Stamina Shroom? I have a Stamina Shroom. Okay. The numbering is off here. Okay, that's the apple. Palm fruit. Wildberry. Hardy Duran. Hydromelon. Spicy pepper. Vault fruit. Fleet lotus seeds. Mighty bananas! That's what's missing. How have I never taken a picture of the bananas? Okay. Hylian Shroom, Endura Shroom, Stamella Shroom, Hardy Truffle, Chill Shroom. No, it's not a Chill Shroom. Sun Shroom, Sap Shroom, Rush Shroom, Razor Shroom, Iron Shroom, Silent Shroom, Hyrule Herb, Hardy Radish, gotta be the big one, right? It's kind of annoying, the numbering on the guide here doesn't seem to match up with the, Okay, there we go. Alright, so that's going to make this a little more complicated. Because I was hoping that the numbering in the compendium matched up with the guide, but it does not. Which is going to be a problem for us. Okay, critters. Horse. Giant horse. White horse. Style horse. Lord of the Mountain. We're missing the Lord of the Mountain. It is 10 a.m. Hopefully we can still do this. I might have to find a different guide, but I'm hoping we don't need a different guide. See, I was hoping that the guide that I have in front of me included the DLC stuff. And it should. Because, like, it's supposed to be a complete guide. There's no reason for it to not include the DLC stuff. Alright, let's put our horse away for now.
Oh.
Alright. I think we'll be okay. There, wear some warmer pants. We are going to need to sneak up on some stuff, though, so... Carrot. Somebody's shooting at me. Would be nice if the weather would cooperate. But yeah, around here is where he's supposed to normally be. But I don't think he comes out unless it's a clear night. There we go. Now it's clear. Still don't know if we're going to run into him. Now, it's too bad we didn't get over here earlier, because I know I saw the green glow. And when the mountain is glowing green, that's when you know for sure that he's up here. But I think you only see it at a distance. And then you gotta travel.
Rivali's gale is now ready.
Rocks. Let go of the mountain, Link. It's not going anywhere. Okay. We'll try camping here and see if we can... What was that? Oh. There was Liz Alphos over here. Must have been a skeleton one, though, because he died when the sun came up. He's a glowing horse. How hard is he going to be to find? The Lord of the Mountain does not appear to be at home today. Getting a lot of bird eggs up here, though. The only thing I remember about this darn horse is that it's this mountain, which, you know, you look it up on any guide and that's what they tell you. So I know I've got the right mountain. I just don't know what the conditions are for getting him to show up. But I do know if you're looking at the mountain from a distance and you see a green light, that means he's up there. And not like one of those, you know, luminous stones, but like a real big hazy shimmer coming up off of the mountain. Nothing yet. Looks like daylight's gonna be up pretty soon. So we'll establish camp here. I mean, I think we're far enough away that he should spawn in. We're not too close that will affect his chances of showing up. And we'll just see if we can... We'll just wait and see if some lights appear. So, I'm waiting for dawn to come up so that... I suppose we don't really have to wait for dawn for any reason, do we? Now I don't know if he appears on the back side where the cherry blossom tree is, or if he's in one of these little forested areas on this side when he shows up. All I know is he shows up on this mountain. But yeah, just waiting for that green light. And we've seen it so many times. I don't know why I didn't pick one of those millions of times to go get his picture, but chose not to do it. And now here we are. I'm hoping we're not too close that the green haze won't show up. I think you can actually get pretty close, and that'll still appear. I am looking at the right dang mountain, aren't I? Yes. Yes, I am. Okay. Are we boring you, Link? So, the concept of time in Zelda games is kind of an interesting one. I don't think time was really a factor until the Ocarina of Time on Nintendo 64, where they introduced the day and night cycle. And of course, time travel. Being able to go, you know, from being a young kid to a grown up and back again. But practically every game since there's been a pretty strong element of time. Majora's Mask, you have 3 days to save everybody from the falling moon, or you have to travel back in time 3 days and start over. I was gonna say, I know I saw somebody. Wind Waker had a day and night cycle, but was less concerned with time. I mean, certain things happened at night that didn't happen during the day, and that kind of thing, and like the villagers on the islands would do things at different times of day. You know, depending on if it was day or night, they'd be located somewhere differently. But it still had the day and night cycle. Skyward Sword. The pets of the villagers on the Sky Island would go crazy and attack you at night. The headmaster of the university, his cat turned into a gosh darn demon at night. Always dreaded encountering that thing. Twilight Princess did have a day and night cycle and kind of reintroduced, you know, an element of time with the whole, permanent twilight in areas that were afflicted. Oracle of Seasons and Ages on the Game Boy Color played around with the concept of time, making you change the seasons or travel back and forth between the ages. With this game, um, they really took the open world concept and ran with it, and even made some of the critters nocturnal. And also did things like this, where you have to wait for the conditions to be just right, or this stupid horse will never show up. Now, I know we're not anywhere near completing our objective of finishing out the compendium, but I do plan to call the session to an end here shortly. Because I do want to play some Majora's Mask for you all in celebration of it finally being available on the expansion pack for the Nintendo Switch service. Now, we're not going to play the Nintendo Switch version, though we could. We easily could. I want to play the original Nintendo 64 version because I have that. I have it set up, ready to go. This will not be the start of my 100% playthrough, which I will get to eventually. We'll kind of be starting from a point rather late in the game today with it. We're gonna jump into a game that I've had in progress for a little while now. But it's a particularly fun part. I think you'll all enjoy it. We will do the 100% playthrough of Majora's Mask at a later time. When we get back to playing The Legend of Zelda. Right now we're currently playing through the Metroid series, though. But we are almost done with Breath of the Wild. But that's just going to free up our Fridays for random games. Mondays and Thursdays will be available for our franchise playthroughs. After we make some progress on Metroid. I want to get through at least Metroid 2 and maybe Super Metroid before we break from that and do something different. But I do want to do the whole franchise. So any break we take from it will just be momentary. You know, might play through Majora's Mask as a break from playing Metroid. Maybe. I kind of want to get this picture of the Lord of the Mountain before I call it an end, though. But he is not being very cooperative. Now, because I will be calling this to an end here fairly soon, that does mean we're still going to have at least one more day of playing Breath of the Wild. because we still haven't done 100% of the compendium. So, you can look forward to that. I know, Knitting Link, you're particularly pleased with that. This is one of your favorites to watch. Um, to be honest, it's one of my favorite to play because it's fun. It's a very well done game. I mean, even with the glitches and faults that can be found with it, it's still by far one of the best games I think I've ever played, ever. Um, it made it to the top of the IGN 100 greatest, and for good reason. It is an amazing game. Might not be on the greatest system ever made, though the Switch is pretty awesome. Um, it might not be the most ambitious game ever made, but I mean, it's still pretty cool. Like, they did pack quite a lot into this open world that they've developed for us. The things I'm hoping we see in a sequel, because they are coming out with a sequel, they've released trailers. There's, I think, a date been announced. I can't remember when it is, but I'm pretty sure it's sometime this year. I think. It might still get delayed, though. Who knows? Um, and it's either a sequel or a prequel. I'm pretty sure it's a sequel, though, to this one. So, a continuation of this story. Uh, as Zelda fans, you're aware, there's multiple storylines happening in the Zelda franchise. It's not just, a continuous straight line from the first game to this one, the way it is for some games, like Metroid even has a more consistent plot through all the way from the very beginning to current day. The latest game, Metroid Dread, is actually a continuation of that original story started with the very first Metroid game. The second one wasn't a reinvention of the formula. It basically was just a sequel, continuing the story started in the first game. Super Metroid continued from there. Metroid Fusion continued from Super Metroid. Metroid Dread from Metroid Fusion. It's been a continuous plot. Um, Other M is supposed to fit in there somewhere between, I think, Super Metroid and Metroid Fusion. The Metroid Prime series is kind of its own story, though. Or at least they don't really have a way that those three fit solidly in the story they've been telling with the other games in the franchise. Those three, though, are telling a pretty consistent story. Uh, Prime, Prime 2, and Prime 3 have all extended the same story that they've been telling. Um, Legend of Zelda, though. There's been a few different tellings going on here. The first game and the second game are a continuation, are one story. Uh, the third game, Link to the Past on Super Nintendo, though, revisits the origin of Link. That's not a continuation. There is a sequel to Link to the Past, and that's on the DS. Link Between Worlds. Excellent game if you haven't played it. I highly recommend it. Definitely worth picking up. Um, they reboot the story essentially again with Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask seems to be a sequel to Ocarina of Time, and I'm implied to believe that it is, but I do believe there are alternative interpretations where it's actually a continuation of the Game Boy Color games for reasons I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on there. Either that or the interpretation is the Game Boy Color games are sequels to Majora's Mask or something. I'm not really sure. They seem to me to be prequels to Link's Awakening, which was the original Game Boy game, but according to Nintendo's Hyrule Encyclopedia, their official release on, how the plots are supposed to play out. And honestly, I have to question them on this because I don't think they're quite accurate. Um, there's some weirdness with the timelines there. Apparently, the events of Ocarina of Time or something broke the timeline into several parts, and all of them are actually the same timeline. But clearly they're not. So, I don't know. I'm not sure where Wind Waker fits in, but I think that's supposed to be a sequel to Ocarina of Time, except it's generations after the fact, and Ganon made good on his threat to come back. And Link in that one isn't actually a descendant of the original hero. He just is a new hero of time. Or at least that was the interpretation I got out of the whole thing. Uh, the events of Ocarina of Time happened. Ganon was sealed away. He came back. He went looking for Zelda. Found her, kidnapped her. Also kidnapped Link's little sister because she looked enough like Zelda that, he was kidnapping just everybody who looked like that. So, you know, weird. In a way, this one could potentially be another sequel to that, or to that same sort of thing where Ganon's been sealed away. I don't know when the Guardians and these towers and the shrines and all of that stuff come into play, but they do seem to be elements of that. So, who knows? Um, a lot of people put a lot of stock in the explanation given with that release of the Zelda Encyclopedia, but like I've seen the story get changed multiple times over the years. Uh, for them to put out a book and be like, okay, this is the definitive how it is, and then even that doesn't really line up with what makes sense as someone who's been a longtime fan and has played the games many, many times. Uh, so I don't know. I think the book may have. Ooh. I think the book may have been just kind of cobbled together by some intern. And the definitive story, the definitive timeline as it's decided there, might have just been like somebody's pet theory that made it to print. For me, the idea that there's just multiple retellings of these same similar events, that's fine. That's fine for me. They don't all have to be the same, uh, same timeline, same universe. This Legend of Zelda and the first Legend of Zelda, uh, I'm totally okay with them being only related in that the characters are the same name and some of the same elements of the plot are there. There's a big bad, his name is Ganon. There's a princess, her name is Zelda. There's a hero, his name is Link. There's a mystical magical sword that he needs to defeat Ganon, and the races that have been established in the Super Nintendo version are all still the same, and that kind of stuff. Like I'm okay with that. They can call it a reboot, a retelling, whatever. Like it doesn't have to be, oh, all of this takes place in the same little universe. All of these are just splintered timelines of these events that happened as a result of this particular game. Like I'm not that particular about it. Skyward Sword and Wind Waker don't have to take place in the same universe if if it doesn't make sense for them to. They're still both Zelda games. They contain enough of the elements of the formula for me that I'm okay with it. Maybe being further away will encourage the rave? I don't know. I don't know. But we are seriously coming to the end of our time here for this one. Stick around though if you haven't fallen asleep, or if if you have the time, because we'll be playing Majora's Mask after a short break. I'm going to run and check the mail. My camera's supposed to be here, so. But don't worry, I plan on playing with that this evening after I pick my kid up from school. But I do want to. I do want to play some Majora's Mask before I have to go pick him up. And we're already almost to 1 o'clock. So that'll only give us about an hour and a half of playtime for that before I have to go. Yeah, I don't think the Lord of the Mountain's going to show up for us, though. He's being shy. He's just being really shy. Next time, we'll just go about our business and get the other entries to the compendium. And if we happen to see that there is a rave going on that mountain, we'll go chase it down. But we might just have to buy that one from Simon. Who knows? Anyway, we got 2 out of 3 of our objectives, so that's not bad. It's actually pretty decent. I just wish the Lord of the Mountain had shown up for us, like he has all the dang time. It's only when we want his picture that he's all like, nah, I'm gonna go into hiding, I'm gonna change my name, I'm gonna move to Antarctica, and, nobody will ever hear from me ever again. So. Be sure to join us next week for more attempts to complete the Hyrule Compendium. Hopefully, we'll be able to do it next week. Should be able to. But, like I said, stick around. Just going to take a short break. And then I'll be back with... And it's raining again. I'll be back with Majora's Mask for... I'm going to try to shoot for an hour and a half. So, stick around for that. If you can't, catch it on the VOD. You have a great one.